If you're in Flushing, Queens, New York, it might be hard finding a decent Vietnamese restaurant. Today I wanted a quick hit of Vietnamese food, so I came upon this place. Hi, this is Arthur from the Minute Review Show. If you have a minute, I have an opinion. I'm at Chef Papa Vietnamese Kitchen, a well-reviewed Vietnamese restaurant located in East Flushing. It's a restaurant with a simple menu and small inviting dining room. We'll order several dishes here. The kitchen is open, and join me to see what it's like. Hi, this is Arthur from the Minute Review Show, and today I'm in Flushing. And why am I in Flushing? Because I want to eat Vietnamese food. Surprisingly, there aren't that many Vietnamese restaurants around here. Today I'm at a place called Chef Papa Vietnamese Kitchen, and this place is actually pretty well reviewed. So I'm really excited to find a good Vietnamese restaurant in the Flushing area. What I'm going to do today is that I'm going to order a set of foods from their menu, and we're going to try a bunch of stuff and show you what things are like over here. And just remember, at the end of the video, I'm going to show you my star of the show. So let's get right to the menu. If you take a look at the menu, it's quite small. There's only 2 pages, and this is the front part of the menu. You have the appetizers, and over here you have the common Vietnamese restaurant appetizers like spring rolls, the summer rolls. Over here you have crispy wings, and you have something called a leek pancake. Pretty interesting. Here's your section with the pho, and all of these range between $16 and $23. And here are some extras that you can order. They're anywhere between $6.75 to $3. And what's interesting here is that they have a bone marrow side. I don't even know what that is. Those are some extra items that you can put onto your pho. Next we have some rice dishes, and you have the famous grilled pork chop and chicken and beef options over rice. Vietnamese vermicelli with the same proteins over the top. You have your banh mi, which is the Vietnamese bread with different fillings. And here's your beverages, and here's your alcohol and desserts. And surprisingly, the dessert is mango sticky rice, a Thai dish. We ordered the famous Vietnamese coffee. This is definitely a menu item along with other drinks, and I really do love the strength of Vietnamese coffee. It really knocks your socks off when you drink this. So I'm gonna see what their version is like, and we're gonna give it a try. One of the first things that I did when I came here was to try the Vietnamese coffee. For those of you who know Vietnamese coffee is usually light and sweet, but also very strong. Don't let this light color deceive you. We're going to give this a try and find out if it's as strong as I think it is. Yes, this particular coffee is true to form. This is exactly what you would expect. It has a very deep, rich coffee flavor. It's a smooth flavor, not very acidic. And there's that nice condensed milk type of milk that's in this coffee. And it's a heavy sweetness. So yeah, this is exactly how I would expect it to be. I'm sure if you ask the waiters here, they could adjust it for you if you want to change the sweetness, but this is definitely a true to form Vietnamese coffee. It's delicious. We ordered the truffle fries, and this particular basket is nice and big. I wouldn't say it's huge, but it's substantial. It's like a medium size order of fries. I believe this is about $9. And what I can say about it is that there's this stuff that's thrown on top of it, some kind of seasoning. It looks like some kind of cheese. I'm assuming that the truffle is probably some kind of truffle oil, because I don't see any black truffle specks on this fry. You're given 2 types of sauces. This looks like maybe a spicy sriracha-based sauce, and this appears to be ketchup. So we're going to give this a try. What I'm going to be looking for here is that truffle flavor to see if it even exists. The first dish I'm going to try is the appetizer, the truffle fries, and this is what it is. It's about a medium sized portion, and you have a nice brown char to these fries. I don't see any black specks of truffle in here, but I'm going to give it a try and let you know what it tastes like. Okay, these are supremely crispy, nice golden brown texture, which is crispy. As I suspected, the truffle flavor is in the oil. So some kind of truffle oil that was either added after it's been deep fried or maybe was added in the frying oil. But I would think it would be the former. So yeah, this is actually a really well done French fry. But I'm not going to try the ketchup, but I'm going to try some of this hot sauce. So it came with these two sauces. Let's try this. I really like that. This orangey sauce is nice and sweet. There's a slight hint of heat to it. I think for the sweetness, this is definitely worth it if you want to add a little sweetness to the truffle fry. Pretty good appetizer. We ordered the fried pork chop over rice, and the first thing that I'm going to check is how many pork chops did we get. We have one and we have two. And these are sliced really thin, as you can see. And there's a nice little char on top of it. And from what I can tell, there's a nice glaze on top. And yeah, these look like they were barbecued pretty well. You see some char over here. You also have some tomatoes and also some cucumbers right here. And they also provide an egg here. This rice down here seems pretty substantial, as you can see. And that's about a 2-inch deep pile of rice. So we're gonna give this a try along with this nice sauce that they give us. The next dish that I'm going to try is the world famous Vietnamese grilled pork chop. Now, a lot of people come to Vietnamese restaurants just to eat that one dish. We're gonna give this a try. Before I begin, look how thin it's cut. Now that's about a 1/4-inch slice of pork. Looks very nice. Smells even better. Let's try it. Okay, it's tender, but I'm not catching any of that char flavor. Let's try this piece. This one seems to have more char. Okay, yeah, much better. I think the blackened pieces are actually more tasty. The overwhelming flavor note to that is the sweetness, which is pretty common with Vietnamese pork chops. Oh, not bad. Another thing that I'm going to tell you about is the rice. I'm looking through this rice and it seems to be a combination of the broken rice and the full grained rice, the rice that's not been broken up. So yeah, that's actually really good. Vietnamese rice has a nice fragrance to it. I don't know what they call it in Vietnam. Do they call it Thai rice? Who knows, but it has that nice fragrance to it, similar to Thai rice, jasmine rice. It hits the spot. It has those nice broken grains. And yeah, this is, once again, your standard Vietnamese pork chop done well. I think if this pork chop had a little more of that char, it would be even better. But it was good for the way it was. So yeah, good job on that pork chop. The next dish that we ordered is the Vietnamese pancake. And this one's called the banh xeo with shrimp, pork, and yellow bean. So that's what it looks like. This particular banh xeo, I believe this is the yellow bean, which is this pancake material. You open it up, and then you see that there's some pork, the shrimp, and over here it appears that there might be some rice in here. So it's pretty interesting. I don't know how this is flavored traditionally, but I would think that the this fish sauce-based sauce would probably be added onto the pancake. You have a pile of carrot here. So yeah, we're gonna give this a try. This is a new dish for me, but it looks really good, like a nice crepe. The next dish I'm going to try is the banh xeo. I've never tried banh xeo before. I only know the basic Vietnamese dishes, but this is what it looks like. It has this yellow flour that they use to make the wrapping. In fact, it's almost like a taco with some proteins in there. This should be pork and shrimp, as you can see. I'm gonna put it into some of that nut mam, which is that sauce, the traditional Vietnamese sauce. Let's try it. Wow, that's an interesting texture. The outside of this wrapper, I think it's made out of some yellow bean, as they have said in the menu, is nice and crispy. It's oily. Part that has all the shrimp and the pork is actually making the wrapper, the bean wrapper, soften up. But what I like about this is that It has a very savory, but not salty, but a savory flavor even without the salt. It's crispy, and you can see there's some browning here. So yeah, it's actually very filling. It's almost like a tortilla that's been deep fried. The meat is flavored pretty well. I taste the salt. It's not overly salty. The shrimp and the pork has been actually stir fried somehow. Yeah, there's a nice, almost sweet and salty element to it. But what's coming through more is the sweet side. So yeah, this meat is sweet. So yeah, it's a pleasant surprise. Between the crunchiness and the sweetness of the meat, it's totally unexpected. The Nut Mom, the sauce, the Vietnamese sauce, actually does help a lot in giving it a more identifiably Vietnamese type flavor. So this is really good. So yeah, I really enjoy that. Number one tasting note of this is the slight sweetness. Love that crunch. This is something that's new to me, and I'm glad I ordered it. The next dish we ordered is the signature pho. Now this is basically beef with the little strips of thinly sliced beef. We have some onions, and then we have the pho noodles. And in this case, the pho noodles are the really thin white rice noodles that are provided. And also we have some of that nice beef broth. Beef broth is actually pretty substantial. The bowl itself from left to right is about 8 inches wide, and there's about 3 inches of depth of soup. I'm smelling a lot of aromatic smells to this, and it's probably going to be really good. If there's enough salt in here, I think I'm going to like it. So yeah, we're gonna give this a try. The item that I've got to talk about is this side dish of bean sprouts and some mint leaves, and also the lime. This goes with the pho. This is interesting. They wrap it into this plastic. You have also some peppers over here, and it's not very big. A lot of Vietnamese restaurants tend to give you a ton of this stuff. They're very economical over here. They don't give you a lot of it, but then again, some people don't like to put a ton of this stuff in there for anyway. So I think this is a good balance. Not too large, but just enough to give it flavor. So now it's time to put in some of this stuff that they gave us, and I'm just going to slide all this stuff into the bowl. This is going to cook it in that nice hot beef broth. What I'm going to do is that I'm going to put some of that lime in there, and we're going to eat this. The next dish that we ordered is their signature pho. Apparently there are 3 types of beef in there. So we have the beef ball, and then we have the beef brisket, and then we have the, what I think they call the round beef, eye round, which I think might be this piece right here. So 3 types of beef. Let's give this a try. I'm going to eat this dish totally plain without any of the hoisin sauce or any of the sriracha in there. So let's try this. Okay, yeah, definitely boiled beef. Of course, all the flavor is imparted into the soup. The beef itself isn't seasoned. It's just plain beef without anything added onto it. Let's try the soup. Okay, the soup is nice and hot. And surprisingly, when it came to the table, it wasn't boiling hot. It was just hot, which is okay. But the flavor of the soup is, as you expect, is not wildly better, is not wildly worse than anything else that I've ever tried. It's your average bowl of pho. It has that nice, those nice spices that are added to the beef stock. Yeah, I think it's pretty ordinary, but you know what? Ordinary is not a bad word. It's just fitting the expectations. So yeah, I really do like that. Now, the interesting thing are these beef balls. Look how big they are. Let's try this. Now, when you hear beef balls, you always think of Chinese beef balls, but the Vietnamese type is very interesting. It has a very airy feeling, airy, fluffy feeling. That's the type of texture that I have. But when I'm eating the beef balls itself, it has a nice seasoning. And once again, it's not that identifiably Chinese type of flavor. It's almost like a how do you call it? That French word. You know that French word. Like a foie gras of beef. You know, it has almost that spongy taste, spongy texture, which isn't bad. Finally, let's try a little bit of the brisket. Okay.
The brisket is a little more substantial. There's more bite to it, more meat. It's good. Fits perfectly into this dish. Finally, let's try the noodles. Now these are the rice noodles, and let's go. Okay, standard pho noodles. A nice chew to it, not overdone. Even though I've been letting it sit in the soup for a long while, it's not overdone. The reason why it might be that way is because the soup, when it came to my table, was not boiling hot. It sort of helped keep the texture nice and firm. So, oh no, this is a very standard bowl of pho. Nothing extreme about it. It just satisfies your expectations about what a pho should be. And now's the time for your favorite part of the show. Ta-da! The star of the show. And today, the star of the show is something that I've never had before. We had many dishes that were very ordinary, very common, but the one thing that I had here that I never had before was the bun xeo. That's the Vietnamese pancake. I really recommend that, and that's the star of the show. And the reason why is because the bun xeo was nice and crispy. It also had that nice oily base to it. I mean, some people might be put off by that, but don't be put off by that, because when you combine it with the nice stir-fried elements of the protein that are in that pancake, it's quite amazing, quite tasty. Actually very tasty. Once you add some of that nut mom to it, you can eat it without it and it's perfectly fine. It's nice and seasoned. So because it's something that I've never had before, and also it's really tasty, I choose the bun xeo as my star of the show. Ah, what a meal that was. We had several dishes here today. One thing that I didn't try was the banh mi. I would have liked to try that, but in these reviews, I usually like to start with the basics, and I felt that what I chose today were the basics. So I apologize for those banh mi fans out there. In any case, this restaurant is really good, really solid, in Flushing, but a little south of the main area. And the restaurant is also a medium-sized restaurant. I would say there are about 5 tables in here, but each table can hold about 4 people. So yeah, if you come here with a group, that would be fine. If you come here with a couple of people, that would be fine also. I also noticed that some of the tables, they can separate. So if you're just by yourself or with one other person, they could make a much smaller table. In a city where there aren't a huge number of standout Vietnamese restaurants, it's good to have a place like this in your back pocket when you do have that need for decent and good Vietnamese food. So if you ever find yourself in Flushing, this is the place to come. There's plenty of street parking around here. Come and check it out. Thanks for watching the Minute Review Show. And if you like what I'm doing, please subscribe and hit the bell notification. Sometimes people don't get notifications about my video. So if you hit that bell notification, you get it right there in your notifications. Also, if you like to support this channel, please buy me a coffee. The link is right here. And I will see you very soon in my next video.
The final bill after tip is $74.